Hey guys, Jacob with Jacob Comics. Happy New Year and Happy New Comic Book Day, January 1st, 2025. I hope all you guys found all your books in your cubby, on your new comic book shop wall, wherever you guys get your books, or however you guys get your books. I hope you guys found all the books you're looking for this week. I know I did here in the loud, mysterious black bag. I got 4 new books this week and 1 additional book due to a mistake, which maybe you guys have made in the past. And before we get dived into that and the story behind the mistake, I do want to let you guys know about my Whatnot shows. Still got a bunch of these Jacob Comics 9/8 mystery boxes left. They come with 1 CGC 9/8 slab and 5 exclusive comics. Click the links below. Check me out. Give me a follow on Whatnot. Alright guys, let's go ahead and get dived in. There's also a bunch of other books there, but I didn't say that. Check me out. Come hang out. It's not just mystery boxes. Loud, mysterious black bag out of the way. First up, as usual, we've read all the books, and I've got them listed in an order of least favorite to favorite. Though I kind of liked everything this week. This one was a bit on the weaker side, and has been on the weaker side, but this issue maybe like saved me for another issue. If this one was just terrible, that probably would have been the end of it, but I kind of liked this one. I don't know. We're starting to flesh out this other character, the Black Tarantula. It's kind of like a newer, younger version of him, it's kind of interesting. Like, there's a little bit of a romance going on, and you know, we still haven't even touched on why she's here in the 616 at all, really. And so I give it props for you know, at least holding that story thread for a while. But I do hope that we track back to that and at least find out the mystery before because I don't know if this one's getting the sales. It might not last forever, but hopefully we can at least tell the story that Stephanie Phillips wanted to tell. Now, in my so that's actually number 4, and this is number 3. Yeah, number 3. And this is, so in my number 3 spot, I've got Miles Morales, Spider-Man issue 28 versus the Panther God. And so I don't think it's a spoiler anymore to say that there's kind of this backup story or story that we keep going back and forth to in the last several issues, where Shift is kind of taking Miles Morales' place, going to school with Miles' friend, and that storyline is actually really good. And I'm really enjoying that side of the storyline, and that's been one of the reasons I've really been like, oh, this is good. This is a good book. The whole, like, vampirism, Miles is trying to cure it, that's okay, and I hope we're getting to the end of that, honestly, but this character development that we're getting for Shift right now, hanging out with Genki, is how I think you say it, and going to school in the place of Miles, has actually been one of the bright spots of this run. So on to here's the one that's kind of a double, and the mistake. So here's the mistake. Landed in my number 2 spot. I've got kind of a double thing going on here, because I somehow missed X Factor number 5. I meant to continue reading this series. I've really been enjoying it. It's this crazy kind of invincible, or maybe I should say, what do you call it? Oh my goodness. The Boys. There you go. It's kind of like the Boys take on the Marvel Universe and mutants, and I'm really been enjoying that. Somehow, so I picked up issue 6 this week, and somehow realized I had missed issue 5, so I had to rush back to the store, pick up issue 5, then start with issue 5, and then read issue 6. And yeah, man, it continues to hit on all cylinders. I really do enjoy this, and have been enjoying this run. one of those runs. I don't know how long it's gonna stick around. Because I feel like they flooded way too many X titles. You know what I mean? And this one just doesn't really have the name recognition, I think, as some of the other titles, and so I don't really know how long this one's gonna go on. But for me, it's one of the best X titles that's kind of being different. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the best being different X titles that I think I've ever read. And so that I feel like that's pretty high praise. It's a weird one, but if you like some jokes and maybe some political humor and stuff in your comics, you might enjoy it. I know that's a touchy subject, but it's a good read. They're not making anybody out to be the bad guy, except maybe, commercialism and stuff like that, which is actually really funny. Like, page turning through a book that's kind of criticizing and pointing the finger at commercialism, and then the next page there's an ad. It's this interesting juxtaposition of reading American storytelling and art and yeah, I'm really enjoying that book. In my number one spot, you probably could have guessed it if you've been watching. This run's so good, this Chip Zdarsky run. I've got Batman 156, City on Fire. Like, it's good. I can't spoil or say anything. We do get some reveals with this new Commander Star character and who he might possibly be. Additionally, this is one of my favorite Riddler kind of like runs at this point, just because in this particular issue we really got into some of Riddler's riddles, and Batman had to solve them, and we not only got one, but we got several riddles, and I really appreciated that, and it's something that I've always really enjoyed, is when Riddler goes off on his riddles. Batman has to be the greatest detective known to man and solve the riddles, and we end up getting the explanation of the riddle, and I've always had a great time with that, especially when it's really well written. Chip Zdarsky's knocking it out of the ballpark on this run. Gotta give him props. And yeah, that's what I have today, guys. Check me out on Whatnot. Click the links below. As always, we'll see you guys next time, and have a great day.